These monsters crave the flesh of man.
Ah. Die. Die. You will be smashed. You will be kicked to death. Hey, what's up, humans? Welcome back to Jade Empire. This is episode 15. In the last episode, we got through the rest of the necropolis, and then we made our way over here after dealing with some more constructs or some configurations. We did the ox, snake, and dragon configurations. Then we made our way here where we discovered the arena. So we're going to fight in the arena in this episode.
I was wondering if you'd wander over here to test your luck. It's hard to resist the rattling call of the dice, isn't it? Gambler Daoshen's the name. I run the straightest dice in the Imperial City. I wouldn't want to feed my children with tarnished silver, would I? Good odds and fair play. That's how I keep them coming back.
What's the nature of the game?
A simple enough game called high-low. You predict how you'll roll against my toss and double your coin if you're right. You'll catch on easily enough, I'm sure.
Explain the rules for me.
The rules are simpler to deduce than the motives of a desperate lad memorizing sappy poetry. You make a simple prediction of high or low. Then we roll. I throw first and you throw second. If you wagered high and roll above me, you double your wager. If you wagered low and roll below me, you also win. If we roll the same, the house takes all.
What kind of bets do you take?
I can take bets of 1 and 5 silver. Nothing extravagant, I know, but Gambler Daoshen plays by the rules.
What rules stop you from taking larger bets?
The kind of rules you ignore only if you're tired of using your arms. I could probably find a way around them if I knew someone who could go into the back room past Kui's office. You're one of the fighters, aren't you? If you're ever allowed back there, come see me and we'll talk.
Do you run any other games?
High-low is easy to learn and people like it. Why change?
That's enough for now. I should go.
You take care of yourself and come back soon to the best game in the city.
Wow. You know, this game, Jade Empire, it's better than that. Ah yes, Lustful Hao. Shouldn't have brought these two ladies in here. And the chef, and the head chef, and a scroll stand. First, the scroll stand. Cannibal Cookbook Volume 1. Valued customer, while we appreciate your business, the staff of the Heart of the Empire politely request that you keep your nose out of ours. To assure that you will no longer wish to pry into our recipes, please enjoy this excerpt recently unearthed in the south. Leg of lamb. This hearty meal was first discovered after you lamb, the hunters, stumbled upon our community. For 5 to 10 people, use just one leg. The other can be pickled for later or roasted slowly and smoked to preserve it. For larger groups, use both legs of an adult male or female. Boil the legs in a large pot for 2 hours with the following ingredients: 20 gallons of fresh water, 3 tablespoons of salt, half a cup of rosemary, 3 cups of spiced wine. Summer wine is best if you can get it. 3 bags of onions, 4 whole garlic cloves, and a dash of ginger. When the legs have about half an hour left, add some skinned potatoes and leeks. Can be served on the bone or in steaks. Yummy. Humans.
People flood in here to watch the arena matches.
Can I have a hot dog?
Get out of my kitchen.
I just want a hot dog. Then I'll go back to the match. $5 silver. All right.
Whoa, back up a bit there. Judge Fang doesn't like people blocking his view of the arena.
Too bad.
Even a pretty lady like you. You might make him miss out on someone getting their nose broken, or their leg, or even their skull. He was just saying that there hasn't been a good skull fracture for at least a week. It's put him in a foul mood.
Can I speak with Judge Fang?
Not without an appointment, and his schedule's full for the next month. All the ministers are coming in from the outlying towns to make their reports. If he's not meeting with a minister, he's relaxing here, hoping to see somebody beaten to a quivering pulp in the ring, or maybe torn apart by one of the animals. Yeah, that or he's taking a break with Breezes. Poor girl. No amount of silver is worth what she does for him.
Who is Breezes?
Gentle Breezes. She's Fang's, concubine. She's over in the next room with the common folk. Fang doesn't like to be seen with her in public. He, doesn't mind her getting up close and personal when they're in private, though. The things she does for him.
Let me speak with Fang and I'll make it worth your while.
Forget it. I won't go into details about what Fang did to the last guard he caught taking bribes, but restraints, starving dogs, and gravy on certain parts of the body were involved. Fang watched
Like Ramsay
the whole
Bolton.
thing, laughing all the while, and when it was done, he went upstairs with Breezes for a little relaxation. Poor girl.
Yeah, just like Ramsay Bolton.
I wouldn't call him sick and twisted. That's an insult to sick and twisted people everywhere. Fang's on a whole other level. I never used to believe the stories, but now that I'm working for him, I can honestly say he's the most degenerate and perverted man in the whole empire. But he pays well, very well. Enough so that we pretend not to see what's going on, though I still feel bad for Breezes sometimes.
I'll be going now.
Good idea. Come back next month. Fang might be taking appointments by then.
Where is this man? Didn't mean to roll into you, sir. I'm sorry. Open this door. Hapless Han.
Hello there. I'm Han, though fans and, well, everyone else call me Hapless Han. It's not such a bad thing. Fighting in the lower divisions means I never run afoul of the Ravager. Our current champion has nearly killed his last two opponents. See, I look on the bright side of things. Even if my losses make people call me hapless, are numbers really that important? In my mind, it's trying your best that counts. You know what I'm talking about, I'm sure. Things aren't exactly glamorous here in the qualifying round, are they? Now, what can I do for you?
Can I ask you a few questions?
You have something on your mind? I'm happy to help.
What your ridiculous good mood grates on my nerves? Tell me about the people who fight here.
It's always good to know who's competing at the higher levels. You're looking to the future. I know a little about Soldier, if you want to hear my take on him. But we could also talk about Khana, if you're curious about her.
Tell me about Soldier.
He's one of the most experienced fighters here, but he's hardly a mentor. He's boastful, insulting, and a general pain. The fans love to hate him, though.
That's good.
He's an exceptional fighter. Years of military training will do that to you. He's currently the champion of Silver Division, which tells you something about his skills. That's all I can think of regarding Soldier. He keeps to himself most of the time.
You two sound like a pair of old crones talking about their neighbors. Everything you need to know about me is right over here.
Why don't you tell me about yourself, Han?
My father is a smith of great renown, and he always wanted me to follow in his footsteps, but I couldn't. My blades would be brittle, and even simple ironwork would be clunky. Eventually, I had to leave home.
Why did you have to leave?
My father is no longer my father. More precisely, I'm no longer a son in his eyes. I wasn't sure what to do after being cast from my home, but coming east to the city made sense.
Where did you learn to fight?
I was never properly trained. I've learned what I have from watching the fights here, practicing hard and staying focused. That's my story. One day I'll make it here, and my father will have to be proud of me. This is my chance to be someone great, and I'm sticking to it.
Tell me about Crimson Khana.
I really respect Khana. She's undefeated, did you know? Made it all the way to Bronze Division champion without a loss. I know she's from the prosperous East, but for an Easterner, she's very reserved. Easily the most disciplined of us all. She's going to teach her style to the first person who can best her in the arena. People have been really excited about that because her sword is so deadly.
She has a sword? I guess I have a lot. Let's go back to my other questions.
Of course. What did you want to know?
That's all I need from you.
Right you are. Take care.
I guess I'll be fighting you.
You look a shade better than the usual cowardly dogs we get through here. Just a shade, though.
We
So
take
you've
that
earned
back.
the right to talk to me. Lucky you. Iron Soldier's the name, though everyone just calls me Soldier. You may as well do the same. If I waste time talking to you, it's because I can respect that you're prepared to lose terribly in the arena.
I wouldn't count on that. I want to ask you some questions.
Haven't you figured it out yet? I don't like you.
That's
You're
cool.
nothing more than a worm, and I don't talk to worms.
You're a worm.
Now go on and leave me alone. We've got nothing to talk about.
You're a maggot. You are the scum beneath my boot.
Good. Go bother someone else.
You're ant shit. I said it. I said it. You are the shit of an insect. Anyway. Pretty Lily.
Wuwuwir wakwakir fonir sisa ukopkipo kusu ukut.
I hate the constant push of the crowds, don't you? At least I'll be gone from here soon.
Kwanak apiyir, kwanaruk tatisiyir si usta.
That's why I cheer for Iron Soldier. He sneers at the crowds, the fighters, even the system, and none of them can defeat him.
Utarawi ir, kupkitir sanir naur kurk, pan.
If you want to talk about the arena, you should talk to Soldier and not me. I try to stay clear of the other fighters. Tell me about yourself.
Utarawi ir, kupkitir sanir naur kurk, pan.
I keep an eye on things for Soldier, see? I even help him train and work out any tensions he might be feeling after a fight. Soldier suffers from a lot of tension, does he?
Nara ir uk napir sonkut, usatatir tatasir uyu.
Let's say that my treatment methods are more unorthodox than Dr. Ann's, but no less effective.
Yawar ir, wuswair susu no.
They're also much more enjoyable for both of us. Ew! So you're fucking him? What sort of things do you keep an eye on?
Kop awuka inir, u afawafi ithaturo turo uk.
New fighters, like yourself. I also try to keep tabs on what Kailan the Serpent and his goon Lucky Cho are up to. Tell me about Kailan the Serpent.
Wa ear up u ofir wo weir wa fonu unka.
He's no one to worry yourself about. You're not important enough to catch his gaze, and if you're smart, you'll keep it that way. Tell me more about Lucky Cho.
U tarawe ear, kuki tir sa near naur kurk, u pan.
People talk to Lucky Cho if they want to bet big on one of the fights. He won't take silver from you if you're a fighter, or he doesn't know you very well, however.
U yo ear, naur ear kuno work nuka uk, kin piir ukir ifu weir wo.
Cho collects on his bets the hardest way possible. It's a bad idea to cross him. Feel free to test his patience if you don't believe me. Let's change the subject entirely.
Pier koinir riki no.
Fine by me. Can I ask you some questions about the city?
U yo ear, naur ear kuno work nuka uk, kin piir ukir ifu weir wo.
Stop listening to me. I've got better things to do than discuss the city. If you want to know about it, by the outcriers usually barking outside this building. He's paid to be full of useless information. Would you tell me about yourself?
Utarawi,
Okay. How do you help soldier train?
kop awuka inir, o afawafi ithaturo turo uk.
I help him in any way he needs me to. I'm even starting to learn some of his styles, though I'm a long way from his skill. Not many can match him. Let's change. I should get back to what I was doing.
Awuka inir, o afawafi ithaturo turo uk.
Off you go. Soldier and I have things to discuss. That sounded like my Asari voice for the Asari counselor in Mass Effect Revelation. Check it out. Chapter 15 is when they meet the council, and I'm about to do 17 as well. So.
Thawir nithu kuiruk. Ayer fun. Soir irwu nisir tintina yewir.
More reading. Greetings. I'm Crimson Khana, known in the prosperous East for my swordsmanship. I came here to test my abilities, but have found my will and purity of spirit tested as well.
Uxier watuafu niye froto usosawir. Uktatasir ni ryoki.
You were just starting your career here. You will see what I'm talking about soon enough, I'm sure. You do not have the stance of a novice about you. I have some questions about the fighters here in the arena.
Ukwiro ni sayer tatasier you. Won nawir sier fu ni winyanakan.
There are countless hopefuls, but only a few who are worth really watching. In time you may find that others are asking about you as well.
Tier nik puntuir, poir nokauk, sayer takitir noni.
I can tell you about myself, of course, and I know Hapless Hao relatively well. I could also tell you something of the beasts they have here. Well, I know about you guys. What can you tell me about the beasts?
Wo ifuir uk sunurk danowe na wafta tasieruk. Kitir noni nikuyo ipier ta.
A number of different creatures are used here to add to the spectacle. Ogres are commonplace, but more recently, some sort of subhuman creature has been appearing in the ring.
Wono wiri fuiruk was saf no sisitu. Kwawir ni sisier sisitu kun wano sisitu nig on wipifia.
I've heard rumors, though, that the arena organizers are planning on bringing demons into the ring somehow. I suppose we'll see in time if there are any truth to that. I'd like to hear about you, Khana.
Uxier wat tuafu froetro soir fuarir nsonsi noka uk frotir noni.
I am from Phoenix Gate, the largest city in the prosperous East. There I developed my own techniques of weapon combat. I have vowed to teach them to anyone who can best me. Why have you come here specifically?
Uktatasier ni ryoki. Ka sisayer na work awukate.
Every city has its masters. I came here to compete against the Empire's best, and I have managed to hold my own. Is there anyone else you wish to ask about? That's all I want to ask for you. May your battles bring you peace. Three more dudes.
You go away. Sungbu very busy thinking right now.
Sung Bo.
The brothers Sung greet our fellow combatant warmly. I am Sung Bo, this is my little brother Bu, and my older brother Sui.
Do not bother me. Introductions merely clutter the mind.
I don't think they was bothering you, Sui. It's Bo being talked to.
Do not worry too much about us, though. There are many fights between you and the Sung brothers, but we shall humor your questions.
Can we talk about some of the fighters around here?
You'll only deal with the lower ranks at this point. Bother us about fighters when you advance to a respectable level.
Alright. That's all I need from the three of you for now.
Oh yes, we shall see you around. Of that you can be sure.
So you do think I'm worthy to talk to you? Well, frick you, Dr. Ann.
Fascinating.
You're
How
small.
Very interesting to meet you. Fate may have robbed me of my sight at a young age, but I can still sense the energy within your meridians. Impressive, and yet somewhat strange.
What's strange about my energy?
I don't know what it is about you exactly, but I would say you have been trained like no other warrior in this place. What I do know is that several of the techniques pioneered by what we call the new schools would have astonishing effects on one with your energy.
The new schools of what?
Allow me a formal introduction. I am Dr. An, acupuncturist. You are one of the arena's contestants, are you not? I hear talk that you are one of the most promising new contenders. But I should not prattle on at you. What do you need from me?
You were going to tell me about schools. Show me what you have for sale.
Of course. Have a look.
I mean, yes. We've got to. They are stuff we don't have. Oops. We'll sell one of these. Way of the closed fist, huh? Maybe there's a new game plus. There you go. You can have all of them. We're going to have to read all of those because I remember where they are.
While I cannot see you, your appearances are hard to ignore. Welcome again.
I had questions.
Are you here for a treatment?
Simple socializing. Sorry, I read it. Tell me more about what you do here.
Acupuncture is the process of healing the body through the release of its own energies. There are other applications, such as an understanding of the pressure points of the body as well. I release these healing energies through the very precise insertion of needles into the skin. It truly is an art. Acupuncture is also most ancient science, studied as long as the empire has stood. Those studies benefit the warriors in this place most directly.
How can you perform acupuncture when you're blind?
How can you fight in the dark? We learn these things through study and discipline. The nerves of the hand are incredibly sensitive. The eyes can be fooled by something as insubstantial as light. I would not say that losing my sight at a young age was a gift, but I have not let it become a burden either.
How do these treatments work? And you should see me try to fight in the dark. That last Dark Souls episode I put up, episode 22. Darkness ruined me. How do these treatments work?
My techniques for releasing your untapped inner energies are newer and slightly more radical, but even they benefit from a century of research and years of practice.
Tell me some more.
Put simply, your body possesses incredible energies, some of which can fall out of balance, putting the body at risk of disease. Acupuncture releases blockages in your body's meridians, natural pathways for this energy, allowing your body to restore its balance.
How does this allow you to make people stronger?
The new schools have found ways to optimize the body's energy pathways to make you stronger than you would be normally. You would have to practically abandon your pursuit of martial prowess to understand them more fully, but you have other skills to hone.
What benefits could I receive from your skills?
My needles, used properly, can enhance your strength, restore your inner vitality, and unlock energies you barely knew your body held. The only thing I have found I am unable to affect with my needles is your inner magic. It seems even acupuncture has its limits.
Magic. I should let you be.
All 9 orifices stay solvent, qualifier.
What? Okay, on that note, we're going to fight people. I need like a spirit font. Focus Shrine spirit font. Doop-a-doo, doop-a-doop-a-doo. I'm ready. Bring it on. Shepard, hit the keystone. Stop rolling into the wall, please.
I want to hear that you're ready for your next fight. What do you need?
My next fight? You mean my first fight? Tell me about my next fight.
For your first match, we'll start you off against a mighty ogre. I'll be watching your style closely to see how you fare. Impress me, and I'll take you to the top. Even our great champions start out against the ogre. Take Raging Ox, who danced around the beast singing drunkenly to earn the crowd's favor, or the Ravager, who defeated him in a single blow. I've already explained how things work around here. Do you need me to go over it again?
No, I just want to fight, damn it. Yes, no, I just want to get to the fight.
That's the spirit. Dive right in with both feet first. It's not that difficult a system, and you seem bright enough to figure it out. Are you ready to get started?
Yes.
Excellent. Follow me, and we'll get you ready for your next match.
My first match.
A new warrior does battle with the beast.
Hey man, leave me alone. He's immune to that. He's immune to that.
That was an impressive beginning. Normally, I'd have started you off against something easier, but you practically ooze potential. You've caught the eyes of the other fighters as well. Go ask them if you don't believe me.
I don't want to.
That really was a fantastic bout.
Beating the ogre's nothing special. I could have done better bound and blinded.
Sure.
Sometimes you don't even need to ask. One fight does not make a champion, though. There are many more opponents ahead of you. Let's move on, shall we?
Yes. Shall we? Tell me about the next
Since you
fight.
held your own against the ogre brute last time, I'm going to try something exciting for the crowd. I've got 4 boys from some school west of the city who've been bothering me for some tougher matches. I'm giving you all of them at once. It'll wow the crowd and teach them a lesson at the same time. Remember to watch your sides and back. Are you ready to get started? Excellent.
So it's an unfair fight.
Get you ready for your next match.
Unfair fight. Unfair. Unfair? Is it fair?
4 students test their skills against 1 master.
Four students.
Stone Immortal.
No.
Horse Demon Form.
Horse demon form. We're all dead.
Leaping Tiger.
Damn it. I didn't get the screenshot in time.
Those boys won't be back anytime soon.
Nope.
Losing as a group to one opponent would shame a peasant, let alone a student of the martial arts.
Tell me about my next fight.
The crowd's starting to catch on to you. Have you noticed? People like you, and now I'm going to make sure they pay attention. I'm going to have a roughly hewn statue hauled into the ring. I want you to disconstructulate it. Destroy the statue quickly enough, and I'll give you a shot at Hapless Hao. Are you ready to get started?
You want me to destroy, to fight a statue. Okay.
Excellent. Follow me, and we'll get you ready for your next match.
How should we do this?
Unyielding stone meets the press of time.
Paralyzing Palm. Storm Dragon. Leaping Tiger. You lack focus. Staff.
Did I do it?
Excellent work. You have bested time itself in destroying that statue. No mean feat, I assure you.
Tell me about my next fight.
I think you're ready to face Hapless Hao. Show me.
Me too. I thought I was already ready to do that.
Dance with the children anymore. Are you ready to get started?
Absolutely.
Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
This is more insulting than when you start out in Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic.
Can Silver Phoenix surpass Hapless Hao and leave the qualifying division?
Bouncing around a lot.
Paralyzing Palm. Leaping Tiger.
Sucks to be you, scrub.
You dealt with Han very well. I knew you would. All of our professional fighters move past him eventually.
Kui, that will be enough. I bring you a message from my employer, Kailan the Serpent. He is impressed with how far you have come in such a short while.
Well, it's not hard.
The Serpent wants you to know that he is watching your progress very closely. He is most interested to see how you fare in the Bronze Division. Kui, you may breathe again. That is all I had to say.
Well, that was good, I think.
Tell me about Lan the Serpent.
He has a distinct interest in the proceedings here. He is an ex-champion, you see. He retired some time ago, even before Raging Ox, who was the champion before the Ravager. Lan couldn't leave the arena alone, though. He has become a very important man here with the help of a group called the Guild.
Why do you let Lucky Cho push you around?
Lucky Cho is a thug, pure and simple, but he's very good at what he does. He's also a member of the Guild and reports directly to Lan. Lan oversees things here in the arena, and the Guild ensures that the authorities leave us in peace.
Enough about what Lucky Cho said. Can you tell me more about the Guild?
The Guild is the organization that controls all of the betting in this place. That gives them considerable sway. It is good that they are happy with your progress. Between us, the Guild is also involved in more illicit activities. They are very sensitive about remaining an open secret. Many know about them, but few acknowledge that fact. Right now is a particularly dangerous time, as one of the leaders of the Guild has recently been inhumed. Lan sees this as an opportunity. Do not discuss them openly. The Guild has many ears. You may ask some of the others in the arena about them if you wish, but I would not bring it up to just anyone.
I'll be careful who I talk to.
A wise decision. Very wise. For the sake of your career, I suggest that you limit any questions you have to your fellow fighters.
Well done! That fight was much better than this wine. With all the pure water pouring from the palace, you'd think they might have learned how to make wine that didn't taste like goat piss.
Black Whirlwind, that is you. Are you back to...
No, just here visiting, and making sure nothing happens to your newest fighter.
So you won't be...
No, leave it alone, Kui. You know better than to bring this up. Just mind your business, promoter, and I'll mind mine.
You travel in curious company. Regardless, when you're ready, come talk to me again and we'll discuss your next match.
Yeah, I mean, so that's interesting that all of a sudden Black Whirlwind shows up and he's like, hey, wine here still tastes like goat piss, but good job. I was proud of you. I'm like, what are you doing here? Yeah, hold on. How do you know Black Whirlwind?
I know him, yes, but I know better than to contravigate his wishes. If you want to talk about it, ask him. I'm staying out of it. What do you need?
Well, he didn't kill you, so it's probably good. First off, tell me about my next fight.
Now that you have qualified for the Bronze Division, your challenges will be more difficult, but you'll earn greater rewards.
Sure.
The stars themselves need to hear of Silver Phoenix if you're to make it in this division, so I've prepared a match to remember. The guards rounded up a group of subhuman things around the Great Southern Forest. We're going to release them into the ring in groups for you.
Yay.
Are you ready to get started?
Absolutely.
Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
Subhuman things.
These monsters crave the flesh of man.
Ah. Die. Die. You will be smashed. You will be kicked to death.
My silence, paralyzing palm. Leaping tiger.
Cannibals.
That was a good start to the Bronze Division. Those beasts are far stronger than they look.
You're right. Tell me about my next fight.
Next, you're going to step into what we call the Pit of Pain. It's not the most original name, I'll admit, but that's 500 years of tradition for you. The arena floor will be set up with ancient magical devices. They will attempt to fry you to a crisp, much to the crowd's delight.
Yay.
Your job is to stay on your feet for the course of the match while they fling deadly projectiles your way. I'd suggest dodging, but that's just me.
Can we spam it?
Are you ready to get started?
Yeah.
Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
This is not your traditional arena, clearly. It's not fight after fight after fight.
The Pit of Pain. Only the quick survive its fiery embrace.
Oh. Okay. I see that this is going to be a pain in the ass. It paralyzed me and blew me up. And blew me up again. And blew me up again. I was doing much better in the beginning. Well, I hadn't.
Expect things to be much higher. Next, you're going to...
Yeah.
The Pit of Pain. Only the quick survive its fiery embrace.
My dodging sucks. Sometimes it just does it. Out of nowhere. No! No! I win! Yay! While falling on my ass. He said stay on your feet. That didn't happen.
Fantastic! A test of speed passed with exceptional celery. Now
Your sudden and polite silences are always appreciated, Kui. I'm sure you won't mind if I take a moment to pass a message to Silver Phoenix. Kailan the Serpent has, as promised, been watching you intently. You have impressed him so far, and he is interested to see how you fare in your next match. The Serpent foresees your victory in the next match, and he has backed his prediction with Silver. He sincerely hopes that his faith in your skills was not misplaced. That is all. If you will excuse me, I have some people who need to be spoken to.
well, I'm certain that won't be a problem for you. Did you have a question for me?
Tell me about my next fight.
Yes, your next fight. There's been a bit of a change in plans. Not that it will affect you too much, of course. It's all part of the traditions of the arena, you see. I have word that you're going to be facing a fighter specially chosen from the guild, you see. As soon as you're ready, you'll be facing him instead of a normal match.
Yay. Who did you originally see as my opponent?
I was originally thinking that you'd done well enough to face Crimson Khana for the Bronze Division Championship. Things change when the guild is involved, though.
Why does the guild have any say in who I face?
The guild's the organization that controls the betting here. That's not all, though. Kailan the Serpent has a lot of influence here as well. I have to bow to certain pressures. I don't like it that much, but smart men don't voice that opinion too loudly. Not around here.
Can you not have their man face someone else?
No, I can't, actually. The Serpent, who's the guild's chief agent in this place, has specifically requested you.
Very well, I'll deal with this guild thug.
I'm certain it will be a small thing. Best to just finish it now. Are you ready to get started?
I wanted to learn her styles because, you know.
Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
Because I want to learn all the styles.
Many of you are asking yourselves why the Serpent would return to the ring. Am I not retired? Yes. But does that mean I do not care about your entertainment? No. We've all seen the flawless technique of the soaring star that is Silver Phoenix. Now, it is time to put these aptly demonstrated skills to the test. And so, the Serpent gives you a real spectacle. Have your silver handy to place your wagers. I give you Evil and Terror Incarnate.
All right.
Storm Dragon. Paralyzing power.
I'll be a toad demon too.
Leaping Tiger. Focus.
I don't fight demons.
That was an exceptional fight. I haven't seen demons in the ring before.
I hope this proves my skill to you.
No one questions your skills. That is why you were allowed to fight that beast. I'm convinced that you deserve a shot at Crimson Khana. Your victory has sealed the deal. That reminds me, I was asked to instruct you to talk with Lucky Cho before your next match.
What did he want to talk about?
He didn't say, and when I asked, he gave me that glare of his. Go, speak with him now. The sooner you do, the sooner I can return you to the ring.
Oh, we're just done talking now, huh? Fine. What do you want? This is the kitchen. All this fighting alone. Where the hell is this guy? Is he over here? Yes.
From what I know of them, the Guild doesn't usually conduct business this openly, or in such elegance.
Happy endings to courtesan.
Aren't you a sight? I am Happy Endings, famed courtesan, and it is a pleasure to greet you.
Sultry.
I really shouldn't talk long, however. I'm under an exclusive agreement with the proprietor of this place, and he gets such wild fancies. Better not to pique his interest by talking to a lovely lady such as yourself. I'm sorry, but I really should keep to myself. The proprietor of this place can be so possessive.
I'm sure. Sweet Poison Lynn.
I don't know you, but you're in here, so I know you're not common street trash. I hope for your sake that you have enough silver to warrant my time.
I'm not paying you. Whether or not you get any of my silver depends on what you have for sale.
You've got style, girl. You're just fine in my book, as long as your purse is full. Sweet Poison Lynn's my name, and I trade in rarities of a magical nature. I guarantee I have something you need.
Or just want in general. Show me what you have for sale.
Magical enhancements and knowledge. Have a look at my wares and see for yourself.
You sell knowledge. 1,000 cut style. I'm sure we can sell something. Like, honestly, intuition gems. Monk gems. Greater monk gems, which is less money than that. Blood Warrior gem. Intimidation gem. Ultimate Scholar gem. Don't need that. I like the ones that aren't like that. All right. Now show me this 1,000 cut style. Oh yeah. Hey, what do you want?
Before you face Khana, I'd like to present you with a mutually beneficial arrangement.
No. Who else is benefiting from this arrangement?
Fortunately for you, my employer, Lan the Serpent, has a vested interest in your success against Khana. This is Sweet Poison Lin, a master of the Toxicant arts. Sweet Poison, standing before you is Silver Phoenix, the one we discussed.
Your introductions are unnecessary, Cho. I know this one personally. I trust you'll consider this discussion private and potentially very beneficial.
Go ahead and tell me what you have to say.
Crimson Khana's rise to Brown's division champion has been good for business, but she has become troublesome of late. She believes that the Serpent runs the arena with little concern for honor, and she's right. The problem is that she cares.
What does this have to do with me?
The Serpent and I believe that Khana needs to be stopped. We want you to replace her as the Bronze Champion.
That was going to happen anyway. Go on.
It should be a simple matter to slip a slow-acting but extremely deadly poison into Khana's drink before the match.
Hell no. I'm waiting to hear the catch.
I would say you would be unable to lose this match unless you were to drop dead yourself. What could be easier? When Cho approached me regarding this matter, I felt that it might be in the best interests of the Greater Guild if I were involved.
If you accept, the guild will cover half of Lin's usual fee. The remaining cost would be roughly half of your winnings from defeating Khana.
That is too much silver for something I could do on my own.
If you're that sure, why are we still talking? You want to cheat for the thrills?
Forget lowering the cost.
Do you want to go ahead with this or not?
You're going to keep asking me. What if I tell the authorities about this?
You fool! The guild is the authority in the arena. Anyone you approach would know better than to tangle with us.
I will not dishonor myself by resorting to poison.
If that is your choice, then so be it. You may deal with Khana on your own. I strongly advise you not to bring this up to anyone. I hope my point speaks for itself.
It doesn't, really.
This Khana woman would appreciate knowing what you have learned.
Our business is concluded. It is time for you to leave.
Yes, it is time for me to leave. You better give him a nice happy ending after that.
I'm sorry, but I really should keep to myself.
All right.
The
Hey, fuck you up in
Don't
this.
stare at me. I'm not here for your amusement.
But you are.
You have no reason to be here. Go on.
You guys twins with the same voice. All right. I'm going to take a break. And then when we come back, more arena fighting. And we'll talk with Khana first. So I'm just going to put myself here. And we're going to save it. That. And yeah, I'm going to take a break and we'll be getting right back into fighting. All right, and I'm back. Thank you for your patience. But yes, we must tell Crimson Khana that they were planning to poison her for my victory. I look forward to crossing paths with you. You and I are both rose quickly through the ranks. The true test will be in which of us falls and how we handle it. I should warn you. Lucky Cho is trying to eliminate you. Have I become such a thorn in the serpent's side? How do you know this? Lucky Cho offered me the services of a poisoner. Did he? Is Lucky Cho so desperate to see his bets assured? Or does Kai Lan see me as a threat? Either way is a victory of sorts for me. The guild does not operate so overtly in the rest of the city. I wonder if the organization condones such actions. But such musings are useless. Why have you told me this? I consider you a worthy opponent. I want to make sure our match is honest. The feeling is mutual, though I think you deserve more than just thanks. I have long promised that I would train anyone who defeats me. My skills with the sword are imperfect, but there are things I can teach you that no other could. Should you emerge the victor of our fight, I will train you in some of my more advanced techniques. You have shown the purity of spirit to wield a weapon with the required precision. That's a fine reward, thank you. A warrior knows that training is more valuable than silver. That's all I want to ask you for now. Thank you again for your warning. It will be good to know that our fight will be fair. It will. Right? No.
Many people try to break into the Bronze Division and fail miserably. You should be proud of yourself.
You deserve it. It was an honor to face you.
Thank you.
Crimson Khana is the champion of this round. You'll have to face her eventually. Be ready when you do.
Tell me about my next fight.
Until the guild stepped in, I was ready to give you an attempt at the Bronze Division for your last match. Now it's time. Are you ready to face Crimson Khana, the finest sword this august arena has seen in 5 generations?
Are you drunk, or are you doing this on purpose? Yes, let's begin.
Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
Silver Phoenix stands to take control of the Bronze Division from Crimson Khana.
You can do this.
Paralyzing palm. Leaping tight.
Fight her.
Paralyzing palm. Leaping tight. Stab.
Failure.
Khana's winning streak has been broken at last.
Yay.
I don't know if you've heard, but Khana has proclaimed that the first fighter who extriciates her from her championship will learn the secrets of her technique.
I did hear that. I will. Oh, sorry. Come talk to me when you have a moment. The crowd loved that fight. I think it was worth some extra silver, don't you?
Come now. The arena works on a strictly regenicated payment system for the fights. There's no way I can give you extra.
You're too savvy a businessman to not reward your star performers.
I'm sorry, but there's no room for bonuses, extra payments, or gratitudes of any kind. You'll be fine with the usual winnings. Now that that's settled, what else can I do for you?
Well, I'm going to leave because... yeah,
When you walk the streets and hear your name among the crowds, be sure that your ego does not swell like the body of 11 gaping maw, god of inopportune gluttony.
I've been thinking since our match. I came to this place seeking honor, but I feel that my many victories have all been hollow. I think, yes, it is time for me to leave again and seek other challenges. What will you do now? I think I shall return to the prosperous East and continue my studies. But first, I am sworn to teach the secrets of my style to any who can best me. Let me instruct you. Since you told me the serpent's plan, I will teach you a more advanced technique. The key is balance and form. Your motion must be swift but precise. Knowledge gained. Well done. You learn very quickly. One thing bothers me about your moves, though. Throughout the fight, I felt as if there was something opening in your defenses. Why wouldn't you exploit that opening? What I sensed was some opening in your guard. I cannot name it, and I could not find it, leading me to believe it was a brilliant gambit. Your method traps your opponents into hunting for a weakness they'll never find. You should speak with your master about this. For now, you are deadly enough. Others have mentioned this. Should I be concerned? Consider it a perfectly laid trap, not a weakness. Your master was truly skilled to mold such a trap into your very being. It is odd he never mentioned it to you. Sometimes the best masters dare not trust their students with the deepest mysteries. Certain lessons can only be learned if one discovers them for oneself. I hope you fare well. I turn my eyes to the east, where new challenges await me by the ocean. Crimson Tears! Yeah!
The Bronze Division champion approaches. I hope you're ready for the challenge awaiting you in the Silver Division.
Sure.
Remember, Soldier's the champion at this level. He'll be watching you.
What's at the Platinum Division?
Dogs nipping at my heels aren't worthy of watching.
What do you need?
Tell me about my next fight.
Now that you are champion of the Bronze Division, the Silver Division awaits. It seems that, indirectly, this serpent has decided to keep your career interesting. A demon has been added to the regular roster since your earlier victory. And since you've shown aptitude, I'm letting you face him first.
Cool.
This is indeed an honor, though it will not be easy. Are you ready to defeat this horror?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
Will the demon rend flesh from bone, or will a lone warrior prove stronger?
All right. You're immune. Okay. Nope, that's not it.
Legendary strike. Focus. Leaping tiger. Spirit beam. Toki. Stony mark. Stony mark.
Yeah.
Another Demon Falls! We shall have to add a new division for you alone if this keeps up. Kylon the Serpent wishes to speak with you personally. This is a rare honor. Do try to be polite. You have already been granted access to the back room of the arena, and the Serpent's private chamber is just off of it. You may as well go now and see what he wants. Oh, and one other thing. The Serpent has requested that you visitate him alone. I know you usually have a friend with you, but they'll have to remain behind for this meeting.
Well, considering that I haven't been fighting with my squad essentially the entire time that I've been here. I'm going in.
We should have told you that Kylon will only see you alone. Are you ready to go in now?
I will go in alone.
This is almost sad. Am I truly so threatening to the mighty Kylon the Serpent? Regardless, I'll be waiting with the others if you need me.
It is vital that we talk a moment. You handled yourself well against the demonic servitor. It was a rewarding experience for us both, I'm sure. Take this as my thanks. You are a smart young woman. Smart enough to know that you will get much further as my friend than my foe. You may find that certain opportunities, mutually rewarding arrangements between us, will come your way in the near future.
If you're proposing I cheat or throw fights, I refuse.
Cheat is such a pedestrian term. I prefer to think of myself as a creative engineer. Like the fountains that channel water throughout the land, I spread entertainment to the people. Right now is an interesting time for an organization known as the Guild. I've no doubt that Kui has told you about us, if you didn't already know. Our organization is involved in many different activities, most of which operate below the view of the authorities of this great empire.
You're a bunch of criminals.
Come now. We're above calling each other names, aren't we? The Guild, you see, has recently developed a vacancy in its upper echelons. A man by the name of Gao the Greater has been killed, and with his death, a new leader must be chosen.
Good for you.
I intend to replace him in that role, and I need good people to back me.
You want to be a pirate backing slave trader with an arrogant dog of a son?
You knew him, yet you aren't associated with our organization. The logical conclusion is that you are his killer. If you are the one who killed Gao, then I owe you a favor. Consider my reluctance to turn you into the Lotus Assassins a repayment for that debt in full. There is the matter, however, of your friend, Whirlwind. I'm sure you know that he was one of the fighters here and that he left the arena. But do you know why?
No, but I bet you're going to tell me anyway. We all have a past. I wouldn't hold his against him.
Whirlwind's past is certainly a colorful one. Did he tell you that he was thrown out of the arena? Public displays of rage and drunkenness, uttered threats of murder, excessive violence, property damage, and I believe several charges of defecating in public.
Nothing I don't already know. I can accept him as he is.
If you trust him, you are a fool. The Black Whirlwind is an impressive fighter, but he is better avoided than confronted. We couldn't let him fight as he was, so he left. His brother, Raging Ox, wisely stayed here and went on to become champion. You could reach that point yourself, you know. Indeed, that's a distinct possibility. To become champion yourself, you will need my support. That means you and I will work together closely.
Tell me your offer before I decide anything.
A wise position to take in any negotiation. I can respect that. You see... What is that noise?
Probably something bad.
Hey, you can't...
Yeah, buddy. My bodyguard's here.
Damn you, serpent! I'll kill you where you stand!
No, you won't, Whirlwind. Just like last time, you will leave. I can see that this polite discussion has concluded, as so many do, in your odorous presence. We may talk again. Perhaps.
We're leaving now. You and I have to talk. Alone. It's important.
All right, jeez. I'm as big as like one of his legs or his arm. What's all this about?
Look, you can't trust Kylon. I know he was probably offering you the world, or maybe all the wine in it if he were really crafty, but...
You didn't honestly think you were going to slip down here after that little display, did you, Whirlwind?
Step back, Cho. For once in my life, I've got something important to tell someone.
You have nothing important to say, you lummox. You've embarrassed Kylon the Serpent, and I'm going to make sure you never get a chance to repeat your performance.
I've been waiting for this. Time to cut off the serpent's tail.
I'm not ready for you yet. What was that? That's it. Joe, you die today.
He fought like a monster for a little guy.
Are you all right?
Better than I've been in a while. All this best behavior when you're in the city business was wearing on my nerves. Not the first time I've gone up against one of Kylon's thugs, you know. Not at all.
What do you mean?
Remember I told you I used to fight in the arena? Well, I was the best there was. Then my brother came to the city and decided he'd join the arena too. The arena was about the same as it is now. Kui and Kylon were there and Lucky Cho too, but he was just a runt back then.
Was your brother still fighting?
My brother became the arena champion, the Raging Ox. They said he retired, but he didn't retire. He was killed. I should know. I'm the one who killed him.
And why did you kill him?
Raging Ox was one of Kylon's men. Well, he wasn't always. Kylon approached me first, and when I turned him down, he went to my brother instead. When Ox joined up with Kylon, I stopped getting good matches. Ox was fighting his way to becoming champion, and doing a little work for the guild on the side.
I must have made things awkward between you two.
He was so cocksure and wouldn't listen to his older brother. Once he fell in with Kylon, he stopped talking to me. Soon Ox became Kylon's enforcer and carried out his bidding. He'd skulk around in robes so no one would know the arena champion was a common thug. One night I followed Ox back to Kylon's. I was drunk and I was mad. I just wanted to tell Ox how dangerous Kylon was, convince him to leave. But Kylon was there. He tried to interfere. I attacked him, and Ox tried to stop me. When it was over, Ox was dead, and my axe was covered in his blood.
What happened then?
Kylon just stood there, smiling. I would have killed him if I wasn't so stunned. After that, I left. For the first time in my life, I ran. I ran, and then I drank myself into a stupor that lasted for half a year.
Kylon truly is a serpent, then.
You do what you have to in the arena. Just don't fool yourself about working with a serpent. Lucky Cho's death just put you on the Serpent's wanted list. I'd really like to see Kylon's face if you become arena champion. Of course, I'd rather just kill him. Come on, let's go.
Well, you're my squad mate now, huh? Well, we were squad mates in heaven, man. Heaven! So you're forced to kill your own brother. That's weird. Are you ready? I don't think he's ready. Can't be ready for this. That's the kitchen, damn it. Let's try out our next match. Doesn't seem like these guys want to talk. All right. Hey, killed your friend.
What do you need from me?
Goodbye.
I'll be here.
You should not let me buy stuff from you after I denied you.
I want to hear that you're ready for your next fight.
I am.
What do you need?
Tell me about my next fight.
This next fight should be fairly simple for you. I once more want to send you up against 4 opponents. The crowd loves those fights. These are tougher than the students you faced before, but should pose no problem. Are you ready to get started?
Yes, let's begin.
Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
We found him just like this.
You did?
3 Reach, the old stableman, found him. He kept everyone else out.
We can trust him. What about Cho? Do we know who's responsible?
Last I saw them, he was following Silver Phoenix.
She fights next, does she not? Replace the men slated for that match with our own, and ensure that their blades are coated with extract from the ebon orchid. Even the ancient magic of this place could not neutralize that poison.
It will be done. What about Lucky Cho? There are hundreds of people here to see the new fighter. We can't carry the body out of here.
Then we don't. You must always use the resources available to you.
That is horrifying and disgusting.
Flashing blades and deadly grace.
Owie.
Focus. Paralyzing palm. Leaping tiger. You can't match me. Horse Steven forward. Leaping tiger.
Gotcha.
I do not know who those men were. The fighters I picked for you to face were not guild men, and they certainly lack poison-coated blades.
What about the protective spells? Were they removed as well?
The wards are useless against poison. That's a danger we have never been able to solve. Those men were Kailan's, not mine. I keep myself as far away from that end of things as I can. You have to believe that I look out for my fighters. Just before you came up here, I received word from one of the guildmen from outside the arena. They send their apologies. I believe they feel Kailan's actions were not appropriated to the situation. You shouldn't have to fear assassins again, not after that message.
You're sure they won't try something like this again?
You are not hearing this from me, but tensions have risen between the Serpent and the Guild itself. He's making a bid for control, and some factions are quite upset. You may feel caught in the middle, but the weather sages say the eye of the storm is the safest place.
Well, tell me about my next fight.
We've had a request from the Imperial Army. They want one of our best to help them test out a small group of war machines known as golems. I've decided to put you up against them. I want you to prove that our folks are superior to anything the army could devise. Are you ready to show them what you've got?
Yes.
Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
The Imperial Army honors us with a most unique trial.
Spirit. Paralyzing palm.
Nope.
Paralyzing palm. Leaping tiger.
Nope.
Stone immortal.
No.
Paralyzing palm.
Okay.
Staff. Leaping tiger. Focus.
What do you mean you're immune?
Staff. Leaping tiger. Horse demon form.
Just like, had enough.
I knew you could defeat those things. The Imperial Army's telling me they figured out some way to improve upon the design, thanks to you.
Well, I'm glad.
I say stick to traditional soldiers. Sagacious Tien needed no machines to build the Empire.
Tell me about my next fight.
Out notification of this match, and we've had the outcriers shouting themselves hoarse. I hear many nobles will even be in attendance. It's rare that the Silver Division rests balanced against a single victory on the scales of combat, you know. That's nothing compared to the skills of Silver Phoenix, who has soared so high so quickly. Words like those spread like raging flames. Will you face Soldier now? The Silver Division Championship awaits you.
Yes, I will.
Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
Can't wait to put his feet in his mouth. Yeah, here we go. Cage match. Oh yeah, look at this spectacle here.
Can Silver Phoenix take the Silver Division? Iron Soldier will not fall easily.
I think you will. No. Get out of there first. Come here. Are you shocked? Are you shocked?
You can't match me. Staff. Paralyzing palm. Leaping tiger.
Aha! Victory!
Soldier is a worthy opponent. I hope you understand how many warriors have tried to extrapolate him from the Silver Division Championship. Be proud. From here, your battles will be even harder. A test, if you will, to see if you stand a chance against the Ravager. Impress the crowd, and you will have your chance against the Ravager himself. I can promise you that.
The crowd loved that fight. I think we need to talk about some extra silver.
Surely this was enough. I know the crowd loved that show, but there's no way I can offer you extra just because of that. All your fights are impressive.
Yes, but that one, especially. Would Soldier have let such a fight go without being paid extra?
I know you
God
feel like a rising
damn it.
star, but your rewards are fixed. You'll find that the Gold Division battles sate your purse's hunger. Now that that's settled, what else can I do for you?
I think that's it for now, sir.
Things are interesting right now. Be as careful walking the streets as you are in the ring. I don't think Kailan is pleased with your progress.
I don't much care.
Your victories are impossible for the other fighters to ignore. You are a master of the arena, the ground where executioners are born.
Did you get your face crushed or something? Headbutt that like button.
Perhaps you
Subscribe
have
down
potential that you are
below.
not even aware of.
Leave
There
comments.
may be a role in the executioners for you after all. Why come to me when you've already begun to court the Inquisitor? Do you seek the blessing of someone less corrupted?
If you are worthy of me.
That is a strong position to take, and one that we respect. You will have to remember, however, that if we accept you, you will be a mere recruit.
I don't want to be a recruit.
If you survive, you will join an order unlike any other. We enforce the will of Death's Hand and the Emperor. We guard the treasures of the Empire. This will be your responsibility. Can you look on silver coins, golden tablets, or prophesized artifacts and think only of duty?
Why mention such things to the uninitiated?
If these things do not tempt you, think no more of them. I only meant to illustrate the extent of our duties.
You've seen my skills. Just give me your recommendation.
Then we will waste no more time. You are adequate, and I will allow you to begin training. Proceed to our fortress.
Not now.
It lies at the far side of the burial ground that is the necropolis, which you may reach through the rich section of the city. Present this token so that they will know you. I expect great things of you. Not many of our recruits possess both the skills to become executioners and the personality to attract such a loyal band of followers.
Jealous. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
Do not feign ignorance with me. A blind and deaf man would notice the arrival of a group as large as yours, and my order misses nothing. I am well aware of those who come with you, their strengths and their weaknesses. You inspire loyalty in most of those who follow you. That will serve you well.
Are you saying someone isn't loyal to me?
Am I? Or do you doubt your own abilities to deal with them if proven treacherous? In time, you will see that your loyalty to our order is all that matters. If you survive your training and remain in control of your senses, perhaps you will serve at my side one day.
I never enjoy controlling my senses. They catch a lot of things I'd miss. Whatever. We'd better tell the others we made some progress.
You're just going to scream that out while he's standing right there? The Lotus Executioner Seal. As I said, headbutt that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already for more content like this and for when it comes out for you to be notified every Wednesday for Jade Empire content. I noticed that it's starting to get some views through search. So I think y'all should check it out. I mean, this is an incredible game. And comment down below about what you saw in this episode or in the previous episodes and you wanted to chat with me about this game. Or one of the other games that I'm playing on the playlist, but I prefer you to keep it in this game so that I know that you're talking about this game and not Dark Souls. Watch Dark Souls. Comment there about Dark Souls. But yeah. Oh man. Woo. Doing a lot of work in the arena today. Killing someone. We learned more about the Black Whirlwind here. We learned about all these people in here. Like the doctor. And all these dipshits right here and dipshits over here. Hey, you want to train me?
Come to kick this tired old dog?
No.
Careful, girl. I might have rolled over once, but you let your guard down and you're mine.
No.
Don't think I'm going to forget that you were the one to take my division from me.
Okay. I assume the others let you keep your title out of pity. You're far too old to have kept it through skill.
You shut your mouth. Youth doesn't last, and you'll learn that hard lesson soon enough. Do you actually need anything, or are you just there to flap your gums?
I want to ask you some questions.
Ask me? Why ever would the vaunted Silver Division champion speak to one of his inferiors?
Her.
No, I'll not sit here and listen to your taunts, and I certainly don't feel like talking about this place, or my past, or whatever fool thing you want.
Are you always this belligerent?
Given half the chance, yes. If you can't handle it, you don't need to talk to me. There's some people who call the way I operate walking the low path, but they're fools.
Tell me more about the low path.
Talking about the low path is an attempt to deride the philosophy of those of us who see the truth. There's no real altruists in this world, just people who explain their actions with reasons that are easily palatable to the masses. I refuse to kowtow to those kind of lies. I'm a warrior. People either challenge me and grow stronger, or run away like weaklings.
That philosophy can't earn you many friends.
Like I care. It's in my nature to rail against simpering fools, and by being true to the discord I cause, I'm made that much stronger.
That's where simp comes from.
That's all there is to it. I'm not here to hash this over with you. If you want that, go bother the scholars or one of those saps in the Black Leopard School on the hill.
I'll talk to you later, soldier.
Why are you wasting time with me anyway? Shouldn't you be taunting your next victim?
Oh, you're a victim now. You've been victimized? Is that it? I made you a victim? I brutalized you? Is that it? God. You should go be like Stone Soldier or Wood Soldier, not Iron Soldier. Anyway, everyone. I just wanted to talk with him after we were done. Thank you so much for watching again. This has been an absolute pleasure of a game to play. And in the opposite corner, we're going to have the Jade Empire playlist, so please check that out. And then below that, I will throw up... Well, we'll just do the other two BioWare games. Mass Effect 1 is above me. That's one of my first series, and it's old. And yeah, I was just learning YouTube at that time. That was about a year ago. Or a little over a year ago. And then below that, below Jade Empires, I'll have Mass Effect 2s. And then on my face here, we're going to have the subscribe button. So click all that, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of Jade Empire. Take it easy, be safe, and I'll see you next time.
Spirits grow restless.